Hello everybody, welcome back to another Animal Crossing video. Today it's time to move Marshall's house because it's still in Tybalt's backyard and it really needs to get out of there. So if you haven't watched the last couple of episodes in this little series that I'm doing, I'd recommend that you watch those first just for some context, but you could watch this without watching those if you really want to. Anyway, the first thing that I need to do is actually move Marshall's house here, because Marshall's house is not here yet, and I don't know where I'm gonna sit it. I think maybe right here. This whole section of this cliff is just Marshall's section. I just saved it for him. It's very empty right now, but basically my whole map is empty, so that's not really surprising. Should Marshall move here? Let me imagine it. It lines up very nice where how that cliff almost divots in. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. He doesn't have much of a right yard, like right side yard, but I guess we'll have to deal with that. He has a huge yard on the rest of those sides. Alright, so here is Marshall's house, and before I get too occupied with that, I do want to show you the new things since last episode. So I moved the heart pond over here to make room for this bridge, and then I added this bridge here. I connected up my house with the neighborhood, and I made this little fountain area. I don't know, I wanted to use these hedges, but I didn't know what to do with them, so that's what I did. And it kind of just comes around here. I'll add some bushes and flowers to it later, and maybe the benches just for consistency. And I also added some rocks around here, so there's a rock here, and then there's some on the cliffs. There's one there, and one back there. I think that's all of them. So I think the first thing that I'm gonna need to do for Marshall's house here is add some trees, because it's just very bare here. So my favorite trees are cherry trees, so I'm gonna add cherry trees. I'm just gonna randomly scatter around the trees, but first I'm gonna make the path to his house just so I know where not to put the trees so they don't get in the way. So I made all the paths, but just to stay consistent, I am going to put the arch stone tiles in front of his doorstep. That's what I did for the neighborhood, and I just want the whole town to come together well. I don't want places to look different than other places much. I just want them to be nice and matching. So I think that should be enough paths. It splits up the area well, so it's going to be a lot easier to figure out where to put things. Alright, so here is Marshall's house. I have officially updated these paths now. They're gray stone brick like the rest of the paths on my island. And now I have 2 shovels, so now I'm just gonna plant some cherry trees. I think I'll have one right here, like in the background of his house. Not the background, that doesn't make sense. In the back of his house, like in behind his house, I'll have one. Maybe I'll have another one over here. I don't want the trees to get in the way of the camera. In my town before, I made the mistake of putting them on the corners of the path, so I would put a tree here, and I'd put a tree here, and then it covered the path, and you couldn't even see, and it was very annoying. But now there's bushes that I could put there. So it looks like this tree right here isn't actually gonna grow. So I'll have to move it. I don't want to put it right up to the path. So I'll move it up 2 spaces. Because I don't want it to be aligned with this, because then it will look like they're supposed to be aligned. So I'm going to alternate between the orange roses and then the bushes. I'm going to have red hibiscus and then the yellow and then the red and then the yellow. And then I'll put a bench here, and then I'll do another flower here. And then instead of using the red ones this time, I'll use the yellow ones. Alright, so here's how the bushes and flowers look right now. They're obviously not grown, so they don't look the best right now. But yeah, I'm gonna add some benches, and I don't actually have the materials for them right now. So right now, I'm going out, and I'm going to try and collect a bunch of wood and iron, because I don't have very many trees on my island, so this is basically the only thing I can do. Alright, So I collected all the materials from this island, and I'm gonna go to 9 more islands, so 10 in total, and I will get back to you and show you what I've collected, and I'll make all the benches. Hopefully I'll have enough stuff by then. I'm back from the island, and I only ended up needing to use 5 Nook Mile tickets to get a lot of things. So my inventory is kind of a mess. I need to go dump it out. And I didn't really get any interesting furniture, and I got all duplicate recipes. So I have all these materials in my inventory, and I'm gonna go craft some stuff to put around Marshall's house and also make all the benches. So I got all the furniture customized and crafted, and I actually grabbed some from my storage too. So I grabbed a soft serve lamp, a jukebox, a poolside bed, and a Statue of Liberty. And I actually customized the poolside bed. I put little, I think they're pineapples, but I'm not really sure. But I put those on it. I put it by the cliff so Marshall can look out and like watch the sunrise and stuff. And you can just be like, ah, it's so comfortable. And I think those are pineapples. I don't know, they might not be. Oh wait. I'm like 99% sure they are. If not, then oh well. They look like it. I'm gonna put the garden benches in the empty spaces. So there are all the benches. They look nice. I wish that these were across from each other, and there's an empty space here. So that's a little ugly, but not too bad. Maybe instead of having flower bush, flower bush, flower, I'll just do it so then it's flower bush, flower bush, flower here. But this will have an extra bush here, and then I can also line this part up. I don't think that'll be too bad. So I planted all the extra bushes and flowers and stuff. I think it looks alright. It looks better than it did before because these are like across from each other. So I wanted to put a Statue of Liberty somewhere. I wanted to have it surrounded by water, but I think it'll look okay here. It's kind of random though. Actually, I think that looks nice. A little strange, but nothing too crazy. I'll put the wild log bench here. I like it because it looks like a cut down tree on the ground. Maybe I'll put the firewood right behind it here. So it's like, oh, this is all the wood Marshall cut down. Because I want it to be kind of foresty, but not foresty like over here. Oh, Tybalt is liking this. I think maybe I'll put a little lantern here. It'll look better once the trees are grown. Because then it will look like, oh, there's a lantern in the forest. I don't know if we'll keep it. It might be a little awkward. So I want to put a chair and a table right here, but then it'll be harder to get into this little forest spot. I guess it'll still be possible to get back there, and it's mainly for decoration anyway. I feel like that looks really cute there, and then you can sit on the chair, and you can still get past. Wait, no you can't. Oh, Marshall's coming out to see what's up here. There's so many people around this house. So I want to put a jukebox around here somewhere. Maybe I'll just put it in behind his house, make it hard to see. Because I really want to have music playing. So I'll play Aloha KK on here too, just to match everywhere else. So I did grab a soft serve lamp, but I don't really know where I'd put that. Actually, what if I put it right beside this little bed thing, poolside bed? Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I think this is probably the final layout. I just need to grow all of these bushes and trees. And I'm gonna go do that, and I'll be back. So here's Marshall's little area with all the trees grown. I really like how it looks, and I think it's finished. Like, I honestly think that it's finished. This hasn't taken much time, but it does look very nice. And now Marshall has his own little special space, and he can come over here and lay down, and he can exercise in front of his house if he wants. And yeah, I'm very happy with how this looks. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm honestly having a blast recording all of this Animal Crossing content. Be sure to like, comment, and maybe subscribe if you like this video.